Yes.
Now, there's a couple things there.
Some of you said they're stupid. Yeah. Okay.
Wait, let's. Check, Rob. I got some anxiety now because of that. Now, I could. I don't know many people that's gonna lock arms and get tased. But how many know that? Let's just say it like it is. Most people that do that, a bunch of white folk. Eric, would you do that, Eric? No. Saying it like it is. I watch a lot of videos on World Star. You see that stuff on World Star. You don't see that, so. Sorry, Rob. It's probably another one of the things maybe I shouldn't say. The premise behind the video, though, is true. The premise behind the video is true. What happened was they interlocked arms and they tased the people on the end. And what happens is the people that were impacted on the end affected the people in the middle. So everything that your mom and dad have gone through affects you. Everything you go through affects your mom and dad. It's like dropping a stone in the water, and it ripples effects. So we are affected essentially by our grandparents' decisions, everybody's decisions.
I ran across this picture, and what it showed me was this little boy is thirsty. Now he doesn't know what's in that pool. He's just thirsty. He wants to wash his face and maybe refresh his mouth. He doesn't know what's swimming in there. He don't know what bacteria. He don't know what's gonna come from. He's an innocent child who's thirsty. And I just got, to me, that was a picture of who we were at that age. He was drinking in what the culture was giving him. And he didn't know it was poison, but potentially could be poison. And that's where we're at today.
And that also goes, with respect, that also goes to the church culture and the Christian culture as well. Because not everything that's spoken is brings forth life, restoration. So, yeah, we're affected by that as well.
Okay, so we all start with, we're born into these longings. We know from one thing that psychology has taught us. Psychology does a good thing of observing things. The only problem with psychology is it can't answer it. And that's from a man who sat on the couch for 9 years. I got a good education as what psychology can and can't do. So I have great respect for my psychologist brothers, but I'm just saying they can open it up and they can look at it, but they can't close it. They can't finish it. So by the time one thing psychology has shown us, by the time we're 8 years old, our identity has been established. Who we think we are and how we feel about ourselves has already been established, for better or for worse. It doesn't mean it can't be changed, but know that when you're looking at a little 8-year-old young man walking down the aisle, he thinks he knows who he is, for better or for worse. In the first 8 years, who is most responsible for taking care of all those needs? Mom and dad, right? All right, well, how many of you know that nobody has a perfect mom and dad? Right. See, one thing I didn't realize, nobody has a perfect mom and dad, which means every one of you has suffered some degree of wounds because you didn't have a perfect mom and dad. Even good mom and dads leave wounds. They do the best they can with what they've got, because where they came from wasn't perfect either, right? Now, I'm not excusing what they've done or haven't done. I'm just saying you got stuff that was handed down to you or taught to you or done to you that you didn't ask for, and you got to deal with it.
Come on.
It's not about blame.
That's right.
Right? It's about healing.
Right. That's good.
So we've got wounds, and every place there's an emotional wound. That list you saw, every place every place that you failed to get what you needed causes a wound and a lack of trust. When my mom and dad dropped me off, in my mind, it was just for a weekend. Well, I was there until I was 20 years old. I was still thinking my parents would get back together, and it didn't occur to me it didn't occur to me they weren't getting back together until I was 6 years old, standing at my father's wedding, watching him get married, and it thought occurred to me, I guess they're not getting back together. See, my temperament, I was a little melancholy. That doesn't mean much, but I think too much. Even as a little kid, I was trying to figure stuff out, not have enough information to come up with anything true, but I was still trying to figure it out. So you take my mom raising somebody else's kid, and then finding out, at least on TV, that if she had really wanted me, she could have gone to court to get me. I don't know what I was, 10 years old, whatever. I'm thinking, so she really didn't want me. See, because if she had wanted me, she could have gone to court to get me. Now, I didn't go talk to anybody about this. And I'm saying to you, your kids aren't talking about it, but they're thinking it. That's why you need to talk to them about the truth, right? So you take that woman who disappointed me and who I felt rejected me. She was raising somebody else's son, but she didn't want me. And then you get to middle school, and some of you boys know what I'm talking about here. If I could just take a man, just take his 6th, 7th, and 8th grade life and just take it away from him, he'd probably be a healthier man today. There's a lot of stuff goes on at the age of 12, 13, and 14 for a young man that frankly, you young ladies don't even know about. We're insecure. We're looking to see if you all are noticing us. We got parts of us coming out that we didn't know we had. I mean, it's just, and I know you all got that too, but I'm just saying it's an insecure time.